their dignity. And you are all aware that many women, especially those that are arrested or kidnapped, where there are no eyes, they are abused, and indeed, yes, some are raped. But of course, we try to do as much as possible to shine a light on their plight. In the instance of these young ladies that were massively arrested most recently, many of them were actually underage. Many of them were as young as 16 and 17. Chairman Nyanzi's two daughters, one is 17 and one is 18, were arrested. Lucky enough, the one that is 17 was released, but the one that is 18 is in Chitalia prison. And of course, with many other young girls, they were arrested. The most we can do is to talk to these young ladies, to talk to their spirits, to talk to their hearts, and empower them, well knowing that's the most that we can do. Of course, we ensure that the media is always following them to see that they don't abuse them, to see that they don't attack their dignity as women, but we can only go so far, ladies and gentlemen. The only solution is to put an end to the Museveni regime, because these are things that they do deliberately, and they are protected by the police and the justice system itself. It is very disturbing when it is the police and the military that is abusing the rights of the people, because these are the people who are supposed to report to. However, like I've always been saying, the camera is our biggest weapon. We ensure that we shine a light. You notice that there were more than 5 underage children that were arrested, but many of them were released because of the pressure that was put there. I believe some of you saw a young boy who is 17 years old who ended up being taken to Chitalia prison because the police forcefully wrote 18 years on his file. So that and many other challenges we continue to go through, but particularly like Patricia asked about the women, we try to make sure we shine as much light as possible on them to avoid the abuse that might affect them and stop them from being as aggressive as they would have been in the struggle. Okay, Pastor. Prayer. We need prayers. Friends, we need prayers. We are living in a country that has been damaged for the last 35 years. We live in a country that was captured, and all that our captors have been doing is utilizing and exploiting our country. You know, we are in a country, and you are right, corruption is everywhere. Young people are only thinking about money, but I'm glad to inform you that not all young people. Otherwise, those young people that are being arrested, those young people that are working with us, would not be working with us. Because since 3 years ago, the regime has unleashed money upon money to buy the souls of these young people. Many of them have sold their souls. But yes, many of them are positive. Many of them have not given up hope. Many of them see that they are young and they still have opportunity to create a country that will make sense for them and their children. All they need is the opportunity. Like you were asking, what do we intend to do? We intend to do many things, but we all know that opportunity is a scarce commodity to these young people. They put their credibility down because they are broke, because they are poor, and because they don't have opportunity. Many things, of course, have to be done, but in a nutshell, I'll say, Pastor, that we must provide equal opportunity for every Ugandan, especially the young people. Because when they have opportunities, at least they have an option. When they have opportunities to benefit from their hard work, to benefit from the talents in their brain, to benefit from their talents, their hard work, and all good work that they do, I believe that that can be a beginning point. Of course, we must do much, much, much more. But at least we need to provide equal opportunity for every Ugandan, regardless of where they come from, regardless of their middle name, regardless of their tribe, regardless of their religion. That means that young Ugandans will have at least an opportunity to start afresh. We need to start afresh, but we need to start from a point of confidence, from a point of opportunity. So, in a nutshell, I would say we should provide, or we intend to provide, equal opportunity for all these Ugandans. And of course, many other ideas will come along. But opportunity is a scarce commodity for Ugandans, and we must avail it. I don't know if I'm still on. Been going on. We to see you, and that's a nice jacket. Yes. He doesn't have a name. In Kampala. We started out, as you all know, as a general movement, the people power movement, because we believe and continue to believe that not a single political party can make it all alone. Our mission was and continues to be bringing together all the people of Uganda, regardless of party, religion, gender, etc. And that's how we've been moving. It's unfortunate that we were not very able to convince everybody to come in the fold. As you know, each political party seems to be doing their thing. And also, the non-stop question that was coming through everybody, what symbol are we going to use? As you know, the People Power Movement posed the biggest threat to the Museveni establishment since he took power in 1989. So there was every effort to block us. There was every effort to disintegrate us. And unfortunately, we are not yet convinced other political parties to own us. As you know, our brothers and sisters claim and still claim that they would work with us, and the same with people. So that caused us to move back. Yes, we have been thinking about it, but it became apparent just that political platform. We used a smart mind and ended up having a political party called the National Unity Platform. Still, like I've been telling you, the National Unity Platform is the political wing of the People Power Movement. Just like Nelson Mandela and his friends had the African National Congress as the political wing, but they indeed needed a military wing which was composed of zero. Because we don't believe in Bible, our operational or activist wing continues to be the People Power Movement, and the National Unity Platform is the political or registered version of the People Power Movement. Now, about how we are relating with other political organizations, you all are aware that we've been having Sure. I was saying that it's only the Justice Forum JEMA, led by the Honorable Asmani Wasaliwa, a memorandum of understanding with which we're signing this week. However, we continue to have a conversation with the FDC as well, because we believe that it would be best if we as the opposition front at least one presidential candidate, because ultimately our target is Museveni. If we remove Museveni, we want to believe that the biggest part of Uganda's problems will at least be solved, because we shall have somewhere to begin from. However, even before we agree, at least we reach out to even the leaders, different leaders at different levels. Before we achieve it with the FDC, before we achieve it with the DP or the ANT, we are in close collaborations with other members of parliament. That explains why members like the Honorable Utamaguzi, who is actually belonging to the DP, we are working closely together, and we have a single candidate in that constituency, which is him. We continue to work that out and see what we will have achieved by the time we get to the polls. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, because it has taken us so many months of conversations, but without reaching conclusions, we decided to discuss while we advance. But in the meantime, we are moving as a national unity platform, of course, seeking alliances with other political formations and political forces for as long as they have the same agenda with us. I particularly thank you, my good friend and brother Ayongedde, for being part of this. Friends, you always motivate us. You always give us reason to keep fighting on. I want to salute you. Just to reiterate my thanks, there's really nothing so much I can say to you, comrades, who fight it as if you are in Uganda here. We don't take that for granted. We salute you for that. The men and women that are doing this. And I want you to allow me, ladies and gentlemen, because I don't survive alone here. You know, every day I get up, there's a woman that encourages me, and every day that God gives me the opportunity to return home, there's a beautiful hug that I come back to welcome me home. Bobi,